Good morning. Welcome to ATI ProMedia. We're powered by advanced trading. As we always tell you, the show builds itself. Oftentimes, what price action you see at night is not what you see during the day. We have a few headlines. We had the Fed talking, we had a USDA flash sale, but I want to get right into the price action, both on grains and meats. And then we're going to touch a little on Wall Street. Joe, take us to LaSalle Street as we look at the markets. July corn right now is down 1. Soybeans are down 14 in July, down 10 in Nove. Wheat holding on to some gains. Board of Trade wheat up 7. Casey up 13. Minneapolis wheat up 6. Cattle market a little lower in June. August doing a little better than the lives. Hogs down 50. Big move in gold and silver overnight. Currently gold up 18, silver up $1.20. We've seen some volatile price action in Bitcoin as former President Trump had made some comments about Bitcoin. Stock market rolling over, Dow Jones lower, S&P lower, NASDAQ lower. Again, volatility in Bitcoin. Let's get into the show. We'll bring Brady Huck in. I know he did a great special on Friday about cattle on feed, and we have a lot to talk about. We walked through some negative news, no problem. We don't even want to say what that negative news was. Tell us what you know about cattle on feed, Brady.
Yeah, it was a good report. Friday, we not right in line with estimates, which in the estimates were kind of bullish there. I'll pop this graphic up if I can find it here. Um, right in line with estimates on Friday. So good report and price action here today, though, kind of digesting things, a mix of the bullish report and maybe some bearish headline stuff. But yeah, cattle doing cattle things here, finding out which direction they want to go.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think a lot of people are probably pretty excited last night when they went to bed in grains. Like, yeah, we're gap and go. We not only did we gap, we had a nice gap. We filled
Mm-hmm.
it. We traded lower. We'll see how the markets close today after work crop progress. Last week, Brady, one of our titles of the show was "Are Funds Adding to Shorts?" And I think
Mm-hmm.
people thought I was kidding. But then when you see the corn number, they actually added back to their short a little bit. Is that correct?
Yeah, what 120-ish on the net short for corn and sold 50,000 more contracts. Significant move on the funds there. Yeah, looking at the chart. We've had a nice rally. Got to respect that. It's prime time weather season. Some graphics floating around out there about seasonal tendencies of these markets. Is the high April, May, June? When does that summer high hit? And boy, we're in that prime time season to be doing some marketing and laying off some risk here, in my opinion.
Yeah, the best prices you could ever sell, it's usually almost always extremely scary to sell it. Not on old crop, you have that, but getting forward sold aggressively on a crop you don't know you have, when the market goes up, there's a reason it's going up, unless it's a huge demand driven market, which this isn't. But speaking of
Mhm.
demand, we are getting a little better demand out of where? Mexico?
Would we have this more flash sale to Mexico? It's great to see them flash sales popping up here. It's time for those demand season, absolutely. So I think a bulk of that was for old crop corn as well. 165,000 of that 215,000 metric ton sale to Mexico was old crop business, which that's great to get that old crop moved.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a little, I want to thank both you and Connor for helping out Thursday, Friday. I went to a benefit suicide awareness. That was a good little golf tournament, just literally a mile from my house. Met some great people. People came in from all over America to go this. It was for someone in our town who has a
Okay.
famous bourbon podcast. Just an overall good theme. Suicide's something we have to talk about. I think I saw
Mhm.
some statistics over the weekend that we have like over 50,000 suicides in America a year. And that's something that we always have to know, that whether it's ATI Pro Media saying our phone lines are open, or if you want to talk, as someone who works with cattle, speaking of sad cattle news, I heard that number 88 died.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
You want to talk
Terrible.
about that, or it just happens?
Yeah, I mean that cow, that's a viral cow. Great story. I'm glad you brought it up, Tommy. Because everybody's been watching that cow for a couple months now. So that cow's just famous for her picture. I should have uploaded a graphic there, but she was just massive. Her carrying capacity, what she looked like out in the field. But had a calf and had some. I don't know all the details of it, but saw a post from Clay Scott there on Twitter that lost the cow, and shortly after losing that calf, and it's tragic, but that's life with say something terrible here. When you have livestock, Tommy, you're also going to have dead stock. That's a saying out there. It sounds bad, but
No,
it's
it's
the
just a
truth.
fact, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes you go to a funeral and you're super sad, and you have to realize that a friend of yours just had a baby that was born too. So there's a cycle of life, and but this cow was famous,
It,
number 88. When I saw that tag number 88 pass, I was actually sad. I never met number 88, but
yeah.
as a ag community or ag Twitter, we have hundreds of people who watch the show a day. We get to know these people, and it becomes
Hmm.
personal. And you of all people who have livestock would know. So we are sensitive to that things like that happen. And
Yep.
all right, let's talk with happier things. Interest rates aren't going away anytime soon. Minneapolis Fed President Kashkari said the U.S. Central Bank will not cut rates until there is clear
Mm.
evidence of sustained disinflation. So, folks, when you see gold up 30 overnight and silver up $1.50 and crude oil was getting, I didn't quote that one, but crude oil was up a lot. It still is up $1.37. These are inflationary things. You see this run in wheat, very inflationary, especially to
Hmm.
other countries. Like, our food cost percentage to our income is, relatively low. Used to be 13, 14%. It's probably higher now. But other countries typically can spend 25, 35% of all their money on food costs. When you see a staple, a world staple like wheat, have an
Yeah.
explosive rally, that really starts to hurt. Point being, when you look at the CME Fed indicator, you go on a Bloomberg terminal, only about a 50% chance of a rate cut coming into September. Now you're talking September, October, November. We wouldn't even see the effect of that rate cut. So if I had to guess, or if I had to educate you on what the markets are telling us, no rate cuts, or very few rate cuts before the election in
Yeah. That's a big tone change from 6 months ago, Tommy. Was it just December? We had the real
December.
positive,
Yeah.
everything took off, and we are talking maybe 3, 4, 5 cuts coming up.
Yeah.
Big,
10-year
big
got
tone.
so far ahead of it, it went down to 3.85. I'm not sure where it's trading today. Joe could look up at
Hmm.
CNBC. I'm going to guess 4.45, something like that. With that, let's talk about premium content. We're going to end the
Okay.
show. I think folks are going to start noticing we're not going as long, but we're really starting to dedicate a lot more time to premium content. And although we don't mind doing the free show, we also would appreciate your business on the premium content side. Friday, Brady Huck in-house here did cattle on feed, did a great breakdown, about an 8-10 minute video. Hard to do that solo, but you did, and I watched it, and you did a very good job. Joe, pop up that graphic. B Huck on premium content Friday, and he did a great job. I only saying that because he's here, but actually I watched it and it was really good. Then Don Wick followed up with Saturday. We talked a lot with Don about the farm bill, and if you'd like to learn more about that, subscribe to premium content. Give us a call 1-855-737-FARM or emails info@ATI ProMedia. All right. Anything else you'd like to talk about? I know you have a few more charts and graphs. Bring them back.
Yeah.
Bring them
Who's
back
doing
to the
premium
show.
content this afternoon? You got premium
I'm gonna do
content?
premium, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the numbers come down on the crop progress, and then we're gonna go over the charts. We're going to definitely start shortening up this show. Producer
Hmm.
Joe got his A game out. 10-year 4.48.
Ooh.
Um, I get like 2 stars for guessing 4.50.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do premium content today, and we're gonna talk about how this progress looks,
Big
and then
report here, the crop progress report, right? I mean, it's a significant report to see
yeah,
what gets printed
this
where
one
this.
next week, the next week, and then after that, it is what it is. Um, do we dare say soybeans are down because we may switch a few acres from corn to soybeans? Maybe. Big move in the meal oil spread. We have to talk about that a little bit. Meal is down, what I would call a lot today, and oil is up. One time I was on Chip Flory's show, and he's like, "What are you doing? What do you think about the oil share?" I'm like, I've never hedged oil for anybody.
Uh-huh.
I understand these spreads and stuff, but we specifically at Advanced Trading work with it. The number one thing we trade is corn, and then followed by soybeans, and then wheat, and then cattle. Now we broke out into insurance with you and Tony doing LRP. But
Hmm.
truly, if you talk to any commodity broker, we talk a lot about corn. Now, there are some brokerage houses that are specifically really good in cattle, or
Hmm.
they hedge canola and spring wheat. But Advanced Trading started in Illinois. We have brokers all over the United States. We still talk about corn a lot. Even when I'm in North Dakota, I help farmers hedge tens of millions of bushels of corn in the state of North Dakota. So we're very heavy corn.
It's got to be bringing in the most revenue for our customer base, right? I mean, corn, beans, wheat, that's the money driver, the capital, the cash flow that's feeding these businesses that
There's
we're
one other
working with.
reason too. is that the soybeans get sold off the combine a lot, not always. Obviously, with the market changing, there's more of a motivation to store them or get paid or capture the carry. But typically, a lot of farmers do not have room for everything. And at that time of year, elevator systems are typically full of space. And so the soybeans go to the elevator system, that goes to the river system, that goes to the export system. You see the PNW light up. You see Michael Reginelli and all them talking about bids in the Gulf, or Mark Talaski will send us email, or Kurt. And those folks are who contribute to commercial magic when they talk about what's actually happening in the cash market. So yeah, we sell those soybeans off the combine, but we store a lot of corn. And so we have to manage that risk throughout the whole, not just growing season, but then through the fall and then through the winter months. And then folks try to catch carry. They hope for basis appreciation. They hope for someone else. And we're saying hope a lot, and I don't like that. But oftentimes when the fundamentals are bearish, they're hoping for what just happened in Russia. And I do believe all this news out of Russia is a total gift for the American farmer, especially the spring wheat guy. We are not having a problem with spring wheat. This is a gift. We had a bunch of offers hit for some clients last night in spring wheat, and they were pretty excited to know they have a good crop on the way, and we are flirting with $8 here in D spring wheat, and it's not because we're having the problem. All right, questions, comments, give them to us. Here we go. Read it off, Brady Huck.
Here we go. Nathan, appreciate the comment. That's exactly why owning livestock is not for the faint of heart. Brady took the words straight out of my mouth. Everyone that has livestock also has dead stock. It's always the favorite animal too. Absolutely. It's never, our bull sale, the bulls that we raise, the good ones, they get hurt. They have the problems. It's not the dink or the bull bred cleanup bull. It's always the favorite one, the best one that seems to have it. At least that's what it feels like oftentimes. But yeah, livestock is fun. Luke, you want to read this one, Tommy?
Yeah, saw an article where someone was saying 40,000 a ton copper was possible if things align. Thoughts? Oh, Dr. Copper, Luke, it's a volatile one. Copper was really, really, really trending up, and boy, did it have a bad day, followed up by another bad day. Copper's up today. It's something I've owned seats on the COMEX exchange. And so I used to very actively trade gold, silver, and copper. I don't currently own a COMEX seats. But speaking of seats, if you're out there, Board of Trade seats, CME seats, absolutely exploded last week, Brady. I own a couple of this one seat, and it tripled in price. And obviously, when you own a seat at the exchange, it's like buying a membership, like a country club membership. Your right to play a lot of golf cheaply. It's your right to trade cheaply is what you get with a seat. Anyway, there's some news that's going to come out of a lawsuit that's been going on allegedly for a long time. Not that the lawsuit's alleged, but the breaking news. So it was fun to get a phone call from in-house from Tom Berry at Advance and say, "Did you see your seat?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
That's nice to get a call like that. We're having a rally. Any other questions, comments, folks? With that, we are ATI Pro Media. We go live every day at 9. We have premium content. Joe, run the ad for premium content. I think folks are going to start noticing these day shows are getting shorter. It's because we actually have to put the time in the afternoon to do the premium, and we'd love for you to subscribe. Run the ad, Joe. Welcome to ATI Pro Media, powered by Advanced Trading. We're a financial channel that loves agriculture. For just $1 a day, you'll receive advanced trading research, actionable text, and a minimum of 6 videos a week featuring industry experts and insight. Click the button below to subscribe today. With that, Brady, give some choice words we didn't get to. We talked about going live on Memorial Day, which I often hear people misspeak about that holiday, like Happy Memorial Day. Everyone, we got to do a little Googling and talk about and give a few words about the people who serve, Brady.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't, have to thank our military veterans, those who are actively serving, and, those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. That's honestly what we're remembering on Memorial Day, and, fighting for American freedom. We appreciate that gift every day, American freedom. We got a great country, Tommy, and we got great farmers out there. Let's go plant that crop, grow these bushels, and let's cover our butts when we get these opportunities to market them.
Well said, young man. Brady Huck, Dodge City, Kansas. Tom Grisafi, Valparaiso, Indiana, in my basement. Joe Grisafi, upstairs, directing traffic. We'll see you all on premium content this afternoon if you subscribe. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.